Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So today we're going to do some PYQs, and as your exam is approaching, so we are going to do this session so that you can get to know that how much you're prepared and how much you're not. Okay, fine. So the first question over here is, who among the following was not a court poet of Krishna Deva Raya? As you know, from Vijayanagar Empire, a lot of questions have come in the previous, years exam. So this is one question which is very important. So the question is, who among the following was not a court poet of Krishna Deva Raya? The options are Timana, Dukjati, Malana, and Siddheshwara. Among these options, this here, most importantly, you have to see the question, what the question is saying. You can see here not is given. So who is not exactly the court poet of Krishna Deva Raya? So the correct option over here will be number D, Siddheshwara. So he was not among the court poet of Krishna Deva Raya. Okay. So now the next question is, the royal portraits of Shima Vishnu and Mahendra Varman are found in which cave temple of Mallapur? So now here about the Pallava dynasty, it has been asked. Okay. So here the question says royal portraits of Shima Vishnu and Mahendra Varmans are found in which of the caves Mallapuram means Mahavalipuram. So the options over here is Vahara cave, Ramanuja cave, Adi Vahara cave and Trimurti cave. So here the correct answer will be number C, that is Adi Vahara cave. So the next question is, who propounded Kashmir Shaivism? Vasugupta, Abhinavagupta, Rama Kanta or Rangtacharya. So here the correct option will be Vasugupta. So he was the king who have propounded the Kashmir Shaivism in that time. Okay. So the next question is, a term used for cereal in the Rig Vedic are Godhuma and Brihi, Yava and Hayana, Pila and Kahala, or Priyunga and Shayamaka. So here about cereals were being asked. In Rig Vedic time, what term was used for the cereals? So it will be number B, Yava and Hayana. Okay, here. So these are the two products which was termed as cereal in the time of Rig Vedic. So next question is, consider the following statement about the condition of widows in 18th century India. So this is a question from the modern history, and we have done this in Indian Renaissance part 1 and part 2 chapter. So let's see. Raja Sawai Jai Singh of Ambe promoted widow remarriage. Next number is Maratha General Parshvaram Bhau promoted widow remarriage, and Raja Ram Mohan Roy opposed sati. So three sentences or three statements are given here, and from this you have to mark which one is correct and which one is not. So you can see here options are given 1 and 2 only, 1 and 3 only, 2 and 3 only, and 1, 2 and 3. So you have to mark accordingly which statement is correct in this option. So you can see not completing the. So you here number 1 is Raja Swai Jai Singh Ambe promoted widow remarriage, which is correct option. Yes, he did that. Then Maratha General Pashwaram Bhau from widow remarriage, which is also a correct answer. Raja Ram Mohan Roy opposed study, which is also a correct option. So here, number 1, 2, 3, all the options and all the statements are correct in this question. So you have to read the question very nicely. Sometimes instead of correct, your incorrect are been given. So don't get hurry in your exam. See accordingly, read accordingly, then you answer. Okay, here. So from this slide, you can see these are the correct option of these questions. Now let's move towards the next questions. Okay, here the first question says, in the decoration of stupa, what does the term Kinjalikini refers to? So stupa means, stupa is symbolized for the event of death of Lord Buddha. So here in stupa, what is being kept? All the relics or the remains of Buddha, Lord Buddha and his followers. Okay. So the options are creepers showing ornaments and textiles, cravers and saris, mango-shaped pendants, a garland of 1,000 lotus flowers. So here option will be number D, a garland of 1,000 lotus flowers. So you have to remember this particular term refers to this answer. This is the meaning of that particular term. Now let's move forward to the next question. Who among the following famous for their metal casting skill and used to cast excellent matchlock during the medieval period? So here you have to answer that who was excellent in matchlock techniques in the time of medieval period. So the answers are the options are Maratha, Rajput, Ahoms and Gonds. So here the most importantly Ahoms were the group or tribe who actually was very excellent in casting matchlock techniques during the medieval period. Okay, the next question. The Antaraya was a garment worn by people during the modern period. It was what? It was exactly an unstitched length of clothes strapped around the body, a sewing garment consisting of a sleeves tunic, a head covering used exclusively by women, are made of stripes sewn together, tied at the waist with a cord. So, what is this particular term of garment? Worn, like how it is worn, how it is made up of. So, number D is the correct answer of it. The stripes sewn together, tied at the waist with a hook. So, here they used to tie that particular thing. Next question. Which kingdom was described by Governor General Lord Dalhousie as a cherry with that will drop into our mouth one day? So Lord Dalhousie was totally he wanted that particular state or kingdom very much because he thought that that particular kingdom will give him a lot of economic prosperity. So abundance of land, abundance of agriculture, and populations were also in mass in that particular kingdom. So what do you think the answer will be? Delhi, Awadh, Jhansi or Gwalior? So here the correct answer will be Awadh. So he was totally, his eyes was totally into Awadh. So Awadh does not fall under the policy of doctrine of lapse, which was imposed by Lord Dalhousie, but still he, snatched Awadh from the king by saying that the king was not ruling Awadh in a proper way. He was not able to maintain the kingdom in a proper way. So here, Awadh is the correct answer, and the king name was Wajid Ali Shah. Wajid Ali Shah was dethroned by Lord Dalhousie, and this kingdom was one of the kingdom which came under the doctrine of lapse. As you all know, doctrine of lapse means what? Accordingly, it says that whichever kingdom does not have, whichever king actually does not have their biological son, those kingdom will be directly come under the control of the Britishers. But our king Wajid Ali Shah had a son. But he was accused of saying that he was not ruling the kingdom in a proper way. It was very inappropriate how he ruled. He was ruling the kingdom. That's why Awadh also came under it falls under the doctrine of laws. So it is Awadh. Okay. The next question is, where is the famous Gupta period Yogari temple situated? Options are Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan. So the correct option here will be Uttar Pradesh. In Uttar Pradesh, the famous in the time of Gupta period, Yoguri temple was situated. So these are the questions which we have done is very important for exam point of view. So go through the question in a very proper way. Okay. Now let's move forward to the next question, next set of question. So here the first question says that in India, the period of steady population growth refers to the decade of the years are given. So in that particular year, steady population growth has been seen. Means whole sanitization process, improvement of the sanitization process were been seen, and population growth was seen in a very healthy way, on a very steady way. So let's see the years: 1981 to 2011, 1951 to 1981, 1921 to 1951, and 1911 to 1920. Here, the correct option will be 1921 to 51. So in this particular era or in this particular period, population growth actually increased and became steady because of the sanitization process, and health wise also people were improving their health and living in a very, like, you can say, sanitized life or hygienic life. Next, who among the following formulated the concept of poverty development subcontinent as a measurable indicator in India? Options are Dadabhai Nauraji, Romesh Chandra Dutt, V.K.R.V. Rao, and M. Ranade. So here, this person actually wrote, he also wrote a book. The name of the book is Un-British, Rule in India. So he also said that the Britishers were draining the wealth from India. Where is the wealth? They are making the people work in India, but they are not improving the status of India. They are not improving the growth. They are not looking after the growth of India. They are taking all the money towards their country. So who is this person? So here the options are Dadabhai Nauraji, Romesh Chandra Dutt, V.K.R.V. Rao, and M. Ranade. So the correct option will be Dadabhai Nauraji. Okay. The ruin of Hampi were brought to light by which of the following British officers of the East India Company? So Hampi means what? Hampi means Vijayanagar Empire. Vijayanagar Empire was later called as Hampi. So it was Vijayanagar Empire. Okay. It was founded by whom? What was the name of the two kings which founded the Vijayanagar Empire? Harihara and Bukaraya. Okay, clear? So, the ruins of Hampi were brought by light, which of the following British office of the East India Company? So, the options are Colonel Colin Mackenzie, James Princip, William Jones, James Reynolds. So the correct option here is Cornell Colin Mackenzie. He was the one who actually investigated research about Hampi and brought about the ruins of Hampi in his, he explored this thing and he came to know that this thing happened in Hampi at a particular. And who was James Princip? Can you tell me who was James Princip? James Princip is very much important for exam point of view. So James Princip was the person who have deciphered or decoded the pillar inscription and rock inscription of the Mauryan period, which was made by Ashoka. Okay, so he was the one who deciphered it, all the rock and pillar edicts of Ashoka in 1937. Next, which of the following works was composed by Krishna Devaraya in statecraft in Telugu? So, Krishna Devaraya composed some about statecraft in Telugu. He have written in Telugu. Amyuktamalayada, Vati Kalyanam, Raya Vachakamu, Satyavatu Perinaya. So here the correct option will be number A, Malayada. Okay, so this is the particular composition of Krishna Devaraya which he have written in Telugu, and it is about the statecraft, about the state policies and economy, like about the politics, polity of the state. The year, next question, the year 1916 is important in Indian history for what? So here the options are Lucknow session of Congress, Congress League Pact, formation of Home Rule League. So here the options are given, and after that, sorry, the important points are given. After the important points, you have to answer which one is correct, which code is correct. Okay. So options are number 1 and 3 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 2 only, and 1, 2 and 3. All the session here are important, and this session actually happened in 1916. Okay, Lucknow session of Congress happened in 1916. It was between Muslim League and Congress. They had this Congress session together, and Congress League Pact is between this one Muslim League and International Congress. So in this Lucknow session only, they had this Congress League Pact was happened during the time of Lucknow session between Muslim League and Indian National Congress. Okay, formation of Home Rule League was also happened in the year of 1916, and Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Annie Besant put forward this Home Rule movement in that particular years. All the options over here is correct. So the correct option will be number 1, 2, and 3. All the important events took place in the year 1916 at that particular time. Yeah, fine. Next question. On the bank of which of the following river was ancient Mati located? Sarayu, Son, Narmada, and Godavari. So, on which bank this ancient Maheshmati located? So, it was on the bank of river Narmada. Sure. Next question. The Bengal famine of 1769-70 was worsened by which of the attack? As you all know, pandemic means it happened worldwide, right? Like in every country, every nook and corner of the world, pandemic occurs and happened. As you all know, COVID-19 was an example of the pandemic. Epidemic. What is epidemic? Epidemic usually occur in a particular state, in a particular country. Like it does not spread to the other countries or other part of the world. That is called as epidemic. Pandemic means span all over the world. And epidemic means it only have in a epidemic only like used to have in a particular state or a particular country. That's it. So an example of epidemic is Ebola virus, you can see. So let's see the options of Bengal famine in 1769 to 70 is locust attack, rat infestation, high level of taxation, or smallpox epidemic. So in that particular time of the Bengal famine, smallpox epidemic happened. Smallpox epidemics was a type of disease which happened to people, and at that particular time, people are very much unaware of this new type of a disease which actually happened, or virus. It actually happens a virus, so they don't know how to immune themselves or what type of medicine or what type of things one should use. So that's why at that time the Bengal famine, already famine was happening, people are starving for death, right? And with that, this particular disease or virus occurred, and the death rate of the people increased, and condition of India at a particular time worsened, means of Bengal it worsened. Next, which of the following is not the work of Ashfa? So Ashwagosha was a poet, and he used to write different books, right? His compositions were many. See which one of it is not was not his composition. First one is Sari Putra Prakana, Buddha Charita, Saundaryananda, and Manjushri Mulka Mulkapal. Kapal. So the correct option over here is number D. Number D is the correct option, which is not the work of Ashwagosha. Buddha Charita is related to Gautam Buddha. He have wrote this book about Gautam Buddha, about from the birth to death of Gautam Buddha. He have written, and it was written in Sanskrit. Okay. Next question. Who among the following disrupt power in Kayan Kubja after the death of Harshavardhana? It is Kanauj. Okay, it is Kanauj. So Aditya Sena, Arunashab, Sashank, or Lalit Aditya. The correct option here will be Arunashab. After death of Harshavardhana, he actually ascended the throne on the basis of the Pushpabhuti dynasty. So here, like as Harshavardhana was childless, he did not had any higher, so he became the king after the death of Krishna Devaraya. He was a minister of, not Krishna Devaraya, Harshavardhana. He, after the death of Harshavardhana, he became the next king. He took place, he ascended the throne after him. Next question. Let's move forward to the next question. Which of the following British officials were elevated to the position of Governor General after Regulating Act of 1773? So, what is the Regulating Act of 1773? So, in the Regulating Act of 1773, as East India Company was looking after all the affairs of the, what was happening in India at that particular time, so lot of corruptions were happening. So, to look after the corruption, a committee was being sent, an act was being made so that other members of the British colonial, the government will come and visit to that particular place or to India, to Bharat, to look after the work of the East India Company. So this regulating act was imposed for that, and even Supreme Court was founded at that particular act, but it was not started. It was Supreme Court was established at that particular time, but not for the Indian affairs, only for the affairs which should be looked after for the Britishers. Okay, not for the Indian subjects. So here the options are Warren Hastings, Lord North, Mount Stuart, Elphinstone, Philip Prince. So here the option will be Warren Hastings. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the next question. Which of the following idea was preached by Hewar or Sapra, her movement in 1870s? So it is a movement of the Santals. Santals move, like in the time of Santal, this movement happened. So let's see what was the idea of this, what was the idea of the preacher? Means how, what they used to preach. So except first option is acceptance of the Hindu pantheonic order, monotheism and internal social reform, philosophy of yoga and mimamsa, and polytheism. So here the answer is monotheism and internal social reform. Monotheism means worshipping of lot of gods, lot of idols. Means this worshipping of more than one god was not it was the idea of this particular movement, and also internal social reform. So this is the correct option of this answer. Next question. In which of the following years the Pune Sarvajanik Sabha was established? Pune Sarvajanik Sabha was established in 1870. Okay. So during the time of 1870, this Sabha was established by M.G. Ranade. Next question. Who amongst the following was honored with Gandhi Peace Prize in the year 2020? So here the question is, which of the particular person got this honor, means got the honor of the Gandhi Peace Prize of the year in for the year 2020. On previous year also the same person. So that the name of the person is Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. He was also known as the father of Bangladesh. Okay, he was also known as the father of Bangladesh. So he was a person who got this Gandhi Peace Prize for the year 2020 and also previous year 2019. Yeah, fine. Next, the famous Mughal painting depicting Jahangir embracing the Safavid king Shah Abbas was painted by which of the following Mughal painters? So here the options are Al Samad, Abul Hasan, Tasfan, or Vishhandas. So Jahangir was really fond of painting. He was a painter, he was fond of painting, and wherever he used to go, if he see a great painter, he used to bring him in his court, and he used to keep those painters in his court only. But the process of painting was started during the time of Akbar itself, but it got more patronage in the time of Jahangir. So the options here are given. So among them, Abul Hassan was the person who depicted Jahangir embracing the Safavid king Shah Abbas. In the painting, it was portrayed very nicely. Okay. So these are the questions of mixed question of medieval history also, ancient, not ancient, sorry, medieval history and modern history. Okay, next question. Whom did Subhash Chandra Bose form an alliance to destroy the Holwell monument in Calcutta during 1939 to 40? So the options here are the Communist Party of India, the Muslim League, the Hindu Mahasabha, the Unionist Party. So here the correct option will be the Muslim League. So as you all know why the Muslim League was established, because the Britishers kind of brainwashed the people, Muslim people, that Hindu people have their own group or their own, what you can say, a party which is called as the Indian National Congress. About your party, and this influence was done during the time of partition of Bengal 1905. So they manipulated the people of East Bengal, and they wanted divide and rule policy between the East Bengal people and West Bengal people. So that's how Muslim League was created by the people of East Bengal. Okay, clear? So here, let's see the next question. Who among the following created the first all India Trade Union Congress in 1920? VP Wadia, S.A. Dange, M.N. Joshi, or V.T. Rana Dev? So here option will be N.M. Joshi. N.M. Joshi was the one who created the first All Indian Trade Congress in 1920. Okay, here. Next question. Ibn Battuta went to China as an envoy of which of the following Delhi Sultanate? So Ibn Battuta was a global traveler. Liked to travel. He have traveled. So he came out of his home from a very young age, and he have traveled around the world, and he belongs from Morocco, and he actually came during the time of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and he stayed there, observed the environment, and he also became part of the Delhi Sultanate at that particular time. And also he have wrote a book Rihal. Okay, so here the option is Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Next question. Al-Biruni's Kitabul Hind was written in which language? So Al-Biruni was also a traveler. Okay, he was a traveler, and they used to come from another place and used to observe a place and write a book about that place. So Kitabul Hind was written, and it was written in which language? It was written in Arabic language. Okay, clear? Next question. Which of the following town was not a center of revolt of 1857? The revolt of 1857 is also called as the first war of independence and Sepoy mutiny. So you can see some options are given. It has been asked that which was not part of the center of the revolt of 1857. So the options here are Ayodhya, Agra, Delhi, and Kanpur. So here the option which is correct is Ayodhya. Ayodhya was not part or the center or town of the 1857 revolt. Clear? Next, the Interstate Council was set up in 1990 on the recommendation of which commission? The options are Panchi Commission, Raja Mana Commission, Sarkari Commission, or Mugarilla Commission. So answer will be Sarkari Commission. So here the correct answer is Sarkari Commission. Okay. Okay. Now let's proceed to the next question. Which organization was started at the Haridwar Kumbh Mela in 1950? The options here are Sanatani Dharma Sabha, Dev Samaj, Brahmin Samaj, or Hindu Mahasabha. So here the correct answer will be Hindu Mahasabha. Okay, during the time of uh, Hindu Sabha actually started this Haridwar Kumbh Mela in 1950. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Next question. So here a series of sorry, a match the following is given. So from this match the following list you have to see which event took place in which year. Okay, so the events are given. You can see Rowlatt Act, Salt March, Chauri Chaura incident, second round table conference. So in which year these events took place? Let's see. Okay, clear? Fine. So as you all know, Rowlatt Act, what is the meaning of Rowlatt Act? It was imposed by whom? It was imposed by Sidney Rowlatt on the name of the Sidney Rowlatt. And according to Rowlatt Act, anybody can be arrested without any warrant, without any trial, and you have to stay behind the bars for 2 years. So you will be arrested with if someone suspects you that you have done this, they will arrest you. So this was an act which was imposed by the Britishers against the Indian people. So to stop this act, Gandhiji thought of starting Rowlatt Satyagraha, but it was not successful. And this act was also called as the law, unjust law, or the Black Act. Okay, it happened in which year we'll see. Then Salt March, as you know, Salt March happened, which is also called as Dandi March. Then Chauri Chaura incident took place, and this was a incident which led Gandhiji to call off the non-cooperation movement. Next, the second roundtable conference. The second roundtable conference, Gandhiji at before that Gandhiji have signed Gandhi Irwin Pact. A pact was been signed, and he went there to London to discuss about the matter of India, but it did not happen. So now let's see one by one which event took place in which year. Yeah, fine. So their codes are given. So let's see the code one by one. Okay. So let's first see Rowlatt Act happened in 1919. Here, then Salt March happened in 1930. Chauri Chaura incident happened in 1922 and second roundtable took place in 1931. So here you can see number A is number 4, okay. Number B is number 3, number C is number 1 and number D is number 2. So here you can see number A is correct. So if you know two of the option correctly, then you can continue the answer and you can answer it correctly. You should know the years very nicely about. Okay, yeah, fine. Next question. Let's go to the next question. Which of the following statement about the social bias of the Arya Samaj in British India are correct? So about the Arya Samaj, it has been given. Let's see which are the options is correct about the Arya Samaj. It was located in Punjab and western Uttar Pradesh. It mainly comprised the trading caste. It was much more limited than that of the Brahma Samaj. So these are the three options given. Let's see now which option is correct. So the codes are given here 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 only, and 1, 2, and 3. So here you have to see which option is correct. So it was located mainly in Punjab and Western Uttar Pradesh. Yes, this option is correct. It mainly comprised of trading caste. No, it is not correct. No. Then it was much more limited than of the Brahma Samaj. No, it is not. This all the social reforms which was been imposed by the social reformers, it is basically for a advance India. Like these people are trying to educate the women, trying to ban sati, trying to ban widow remarriage, sorry, trying to ban child marriage and trying to promote education for women and widow remarriage. So obviously it is not limited any samaj, or it does not only comprise of the trading caste. The location of this particular Arya Samaj is correct. So here the answer will be number C, that is 1 only. Clear? So you have to eliminate one by one. You need to understand firstly what is Arya Samaj, what is Brahmo Samaj. And these social reformers, have whoever whoever were the social reformers who were looking after the social reforms, they basically did what? They promoted women's education, they promoted widow marriage, they wanted to improve the conditions of the low caste people and the women especially. And they banned what? The child marriage. These things were banned by the people. They wanted to overthrow these evil practices which was been going on since the Vedic period. Okay, clear? So next question, which of the following, which which of the following statement about Vijayanagar Empire are true? The king claimed to rule on the behalf of God Virupaksha, which is a correct statement. Rulers used to use the title Hindu Suratarana to indicate their close link with God. Yes, this is correct. All royal orders were signed in Kannada, Sanskrit, and Tamil. No. Royal portrait structures was now displayed in temples. Correct. So here codes are given. So here number 1, 2, and 4 is correct. Okay, clear? Fine. So next question. Which kingdom did the temple of Hazara Rama belongs to? Awadh, Travancore, Vijayanagara, or Ahom? So here Hazara Rama temple, which was built by Devaraya I, was during the period of Vijayanagar Empire. Okay, clear? So this is the correct option. So these questions are very important for exam point of view. I'm telling it continuously. So you have to look after this question, practice this question as much as you want. Okay, as much as you can. So now the next question is, Swami Dayanand Saraswati took inspiration from which of the particular literature? Puranas, Vedas, medieval saint, or Sufism? So as you all know, he gave the term go back to the Vedas, right? So here the option will be number B, which is Vedas. From Vedas only he took the inspiration and he took forward the policies. He used means this some of the people, some of the reformers, they wanted Western education to be known to the people. But with the Western education, they also wanted their own literature, the ancient literatures which was written by our ancestors, the scholars, the priests. They wanted the Indian people to know about that also with the learning of the Western education. Western education is people, but also we should not forget our roots. So with our ancient literature, we should also know about the Western education. So here, number B is the correct option. Next question, let's see. Consider the following events. So see, these events are very important. As I have taught you in the class, you should go through the events very properly. Okay. So you can see, considering the following events, you can see the events are given, options are given: launch of the non-cooperation movement, All India Khilafat Conference in Delhi, passing of the Raw Law and Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So as you all know, when Gandhiji came to India in 1915, he toured the villages and every part, a nook and corner of Bharat. So after that, he came to know that condition of Bharat is not going. And he started off with three satyagrahas. When he won the three satyagrahas, Britishers have imposed a what you can say, act. So the act was imposed, right? So before that act was imposed, yes, that act was imposed. So passing of the Royal Act will be number one event. Secondly, as this act was imposed, he thought of starting a Royal Satyagraha, but he could not because Jallianwala Bagh incident or massacre took place after that. So this is the second incident. Thirdly, when Jallianwala Bagh massacre happened, he thought that no, now we can't, like, deal with these small satyagrahas. To get independence, we have to do something big. So to do something big or start a broad-based movement, he thought of uniting. He thought that alone we can't. We need the unity of both Muslims and Hindus. So for that, he started this. He manipulated the mind of the Muslims by saying that if you join us, we will save your Khalifa, and if we join together, we can overthrow the Britishers and your Khalifa will be saved, right? So that's why this All India Khilafat Conference in Delhi happened between the Hindus and the Muslim. And after that, they started the first broad-based event, that is the launch of the non-cooperation movement. So here, this is the correct sequence or event that took place during that time. So you can see the options chronological order are been given. So here, number 3 is 1, right? Once again. Yeah. Number 3 is 1. Then comes number 4, right? Then comes number 2. Then comes number 1. So number B is the correct option over here. Right? Yeah. So you have to one by one see that, eliminate the options, read the options, and correctly the sequence you have to write, solve it. Now let's see the next question. Who among the following was popularly known as Lokhitwadi? So Lokhitwadi was this person's pen name. He was a writer. He used to write a lot of things. So it was his pen name. So who was this person? Let's see. Gopal Hari Deshmukh, Madhav Govind Ranade, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, and Jyotiba Phule. So see, two to Gopal are being given. So don't get confused. So here the correct option will be Gopal Hari Deshmukh. He was a person who was called as Lokhitwadi and it was his pen name. Here, as he was a writer, it was his pen name. Here, fine everyone? Okay, now let's proceed. Which of the which one among the following is not of the Brahma Samaj? It consider Vedic scriptures as infallible. It opposed idolatry. It emphasized the worship of one God. It emphasized the worship of God without the meditation of priest. So here some of the things about Brahma Samaj has been given, and read the question properly. As I told you, not will be given. Don't get confused. Don't think that yes, this is the correct option, I should take this. No. You have to see that not is given here. So which one is not? Yes, first, let's start from B. It opposed idolatry. This is correct. It emphasized the worship of one God. This is correct. It emphasized the worship of God without the meditation of the priest. This is correct. Right? So the what will be wrong? It consider Vedic scripture as infallible. Means they say that they don't have any mistake. Obviously, in a literature, some mistake might happen, right? So this is the correct option over here. This option is not part of Brahmo Samaj. They did not oppose this part, means they did not promote this part, they oppose this. Okay, clear? talk about the next question. Who among the following socialist activists persuaded Gandhiji not to restrict the Salt March protest to men only? So at that time, as you know, three broad-based movements happened: non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, and Quit India movement. So question will come here: which movement women participated? Non-cooperation movement, no women participation was seen. From civil disobedience movement, some participations were seen at that particular time. But Gandhiji was like, you should stay in your home because your husbands came out of the house to fight for the world, fight for the country. You should at least support them by looking after the household and things. This is wrong. He did not stop anyone to come, but he gave the statement. Okay, clear? So here, Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay was the person, or Sarojini Naidu was the person, or Matingini Hazara was the person, or Mithuben Pitti was the person. So they among this option, one of the women told Gandhiji that this movements, which of the movements Gandhiji actually started, only men should not protest. Even women participation should also be seen. So here the correct option will be Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay. She was the one who actually came towards Gandhiji and said that women should also participate in this movement. Okay, clear? Okay. Next option. Freedom fighters Kanaklata Borka was martyred in Sepoy Mutiny, Quit India movement, non-cooperation movement, or peasant uprising of 1893 to 1894. So here about Kanaklata Borka, who was a very small girl, 17, 18, 18 or 19 girl, in different sources, different ages are given. So she was the one in Assam who actually died when she went towards protesting towards police station. One of the police officers told her to stop, but she didn't because she was there. So it was in the movement of Quit India movement. Okay, so in the Quit India movement, Kalakrata kind of lost her life. Yeah. So next question here will be, let's see, who founded the Central Hindu School at Banaras, which was later developed into Banaras University, Hindu University. So the options are Madan Mohan Malvai, Annie Besant, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, or Madam H.P. Balbis. So here the correct option will be Annie Besant. Annie Besant was the one who actually started the Central Hindu School at Banaras, and later it was developed into BHU, that is Banaras Hindu University. Okay, here the correct option here will be Annie Besant. Next question. Sorry. Next question. Francois Bernier was a physician too, so he was also a traveler. Okay, used to travel to different places and write about the history of the different places. So here, Prince Murad, Prince Jahanara, Emperor Shah Jahan, or Prince Darashik. So who was like Francois Bernier was physician of whom? This is a question of the Mughal Empire. So the correct answer is number D. Prince Dara Shikoh was the physician. Francois Bernier was the physician of Prince Dara Shikoh. Okay, clear? He was a son of Shah Jahan. He was a favorite son of Shah Jahan. Next. In India, the first major public appearance of Gandhiji was in Champaran, Kheda, inauguration of Banaras Hindu University, or Alak Satyagraha. So as I told you, he came around 1915. He toured the villages. Then he thought of starting the three satyagrahas, which was the Champaran Satyagraha, Kheda Satyagraha, and Ahmedabad Mill Strike. But before that, his public appearance happens. It happened during the time of inauguration ceremony of Banaras Hindu University, okay, in BHU. So what happened over here? He gave a speech. He said that the inauguration ceremony is really good. It was really big. All the delegates came, all the higher caste people came. People. What about the lower caste people? Why they are not invited? Why they are always being discriminated or separated from the public in public appearance? So he also mentioned that if you don't treat these people equally, then what will happen? India will not get independence at all, right? Yeah. So here inauguration of Banaras Hindu University in 1960. This is the correct option over here. Next question. Okay, this was the last question. So see, these are the most important question for your exam point of view today I have discussed here. So please go through each and every questions repeatedly. Try to practice before your exam. Try to practice as much as PYQs you can, because many questions repeat, or it comes in a way different way, but the answer is same. So please read the question properly, whether what is being asked, not or a correct option or incorrect option, or whether there is not in the question. Just read the question properly, don't be in rush, and do in a very calm way. Okay. And also, as you all have asked me to give the governor general and viceroy list, I have mentioned here. You can see all the, like firstly, this is the important press tag, the censorship act, licensing regulation act, licensing act of 1857. So these are the act which is very important for exam point of view. So match the following might come. So I have mentioned here that, and also I have mentioned about the governor general, and like what things have been done during Warren Hastings, what things have been done during Lord Cornwallis. I have mentioned here all the events. Just go through once properly, okay? And also about the viceroy, I have been mentioned. So every viceroy, every governor general has been mentioned over here. Go through the events properly, read the events properly, and understand it. Like question might come from each and every governor general part, like especially about the doctrine of lapse, subsidiary lines, who was the governor general. Yes, about the third year plan or decade plan, who was the governor general during the time, CR formulas time, who was the governor general. So this governor general and viceroys list I have given, the events I have given, just go through it properly before your examination. Okay. So I will stop here only today. All the best for your exam. Thank you.